Tonight on Size Eyes on the Skies.
Taking a look at our current conditions today, we have temperature at 72 degrees, going to be all sunny, winds that come from the south at 9 miles per hour. It feels like 72. And if we look into the dew points, we've got a range of around 39 to lower 40s across the entire state of Iowa. As we look into the temperatures, we got a range from around the upper 60s to the low 70s. So it's going to be a warm one so far.
Plus, Adriane has your national forecast. All that and more as this Tuesday, October 8th edition of Size Eyes on the Skies starts now.
Broadcasting live from the studios at Iowa State University, the Iowa State Meteorology Department brings you the latest weather from across the country and out your front door. This is Size Eyes on the Skies.
Good evening. I'm your host, Kelly Radelet, and we will begin with tonight's weather story. On this day in 1871, the infamous Chicago fire began causing devastation, killing approximately 300 people and destroying roughly 3.3 square miles of the city, including over 17,000 structures and leaving more than 100,000 homeless. A long period of hot, dry, and windy conditions, along with the wooden construction found throughout the city, led to the fire spreading quickly, leaving folks with little to no time to prepare. And now to discuss more with what's happening around the country, here's Adriane with your national forecast.
Yeah, so taking a look across the week here, we do have Hurricane Milton intensifying once again. This is a very unfortunate situation. There are also fire conditions in the northwest portion of the country, and those warmer temperatures are expected to continue throughout the country into this week as well.
What do you want to get?
Ice cream.
Chocolate?
Yeah.
Let's go, honey.
Together, we can find a child by signing up for free wireless Amber Alerts on your cell phone.
Welcome back. Now let's go to the national forecast with Adriane. It's looking a little bit crazy out there in the Atlantic with Hurricane Milton, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I was not expecting this hurricane to intensify as fast as it did. But taking a look across the country right now, we do have those temperatures mostly in the northeast there in the 40s, Toronto at 52. But once we get to the western portion of the country, we see Phoenix there at 105 degrees. There north of Phoenix, we have 68 there in San Francisco. Taking a live look here at satellite and radar, not a lot going on, just a couple of showers out there in the western portion. But our main focus is going to be down here in Florida. We do have a beautiful Category 5 hurricane. This is Hurricane Milton. It did just re-intensify into that Category 5. Again, beautiful hurricane. This hurricane is expected to make its way up the coast into Miami and into Tampa as well. Now taking a look at these watches and warnings, we do see hurricane warnings here. We do see those tropical storms warnings to the north and south, and then a couple of flash flood warnings there already as well. Now the path of Milton is expected to, again, make its way through Tampa especially, which Tampa is very vulnerable. Again, should be a Category 5, should de-intensify into a Category 4, still major hurricane status, but once it makes its way onto the coastline of Florida, expected to be a Category 3 at landfall by Thursday morning there at 2 a.m. Now taking a look at storm surge here, we do see the Tampa area especially being in that 12 feet plus of storm surge. We do have the southern portions of there being from 6 to 9. Northern of Tampa there, we do see up to 12 feet. Again, we do see up to 3 feet there and around Panama City as well. Now taking a look at the forecast intensity, this hurricane should de-intensify as we get into Thursday here, especially because Thursday here, from here, we do see that it does make landfall. So once it gets over land, that hurricane is going to de-intensify, should become a tropical storm by around Sunday evening. Now we do have that severe weather outlook for Wednesday specifically, as we are expecting that hurricane to make landfall Wednesday night into Thursday. We do have that slight risk, 2 out of 5. Main threats will be chances of tornadoes. We do also have that strong wind threat and heavy rain threat as well. Chance of hail will be fairly low. Now we do have those severe threats, as I did say before. Flooding risk very high, wind very high, as we do again expect some areas of storm surge up to 12 feet. Now we do again expect that low area of hail. Hurricane hunters did actually find some hail in Milton earlier, but we do also have that tornado threat as well. Now taking a look at the drought monitor, as I was saying, we do have that wildfire chance out there in the northwestern portion. You see in Montana, Idaho there in the moderate to severe threat, especially there in Montana. We do also have that D4, which is also known as an exceptional drought in Texas as well. Now I decided to choose Tampa as our forecast city here, typically because of Hurricane Milton making landfall. Now, as you can see, showers are expected to persist from Wednesday to Thursday with those highs in the upper 70s. Once we get into the weekend, we are seeing nothing but sunny skies. We are expecting to be in those lower 80s to upper 80s. But once we return to Monday and Tuesday there, we do see that we are expected to rise back into those upper 80s, but then fall into those lower 80s by Tuesday.
It's now time for our trivia question for the evening. What has been the lowest pressure recorded so far in Hurricane Milton? A, 893 millibars, B, 895 millibars, C, 897 millibars, or D, 899 millibars? We'll have that answer for you at the end of the show, plus we'll have your Iowa weather after the break. Welcome back. Now let's take a look at your Iowa weather with Matthew. So it's not looking like it's going to be very exciting out there, aside from very hot and humid, I'm assuming.
Yeah, you know what, Kelly? There's compared to Florida, there's not a lot going on in Iowa, but you know what? That might be a blessing. Of course, our thoughts and prayers are going out to the people out in Florida. Hopefully,
definitely.
They get safety as quick as possible. Now, if we look over at our current conditions, we're going to be seeing a high of 72, dew point moving on, temperatures moving on as well. Now let's take a look into the drought monitor. We got our high pressure system coming in at the southeastern part of Iowa. That's going to be causing all of these dry conditions. Of course, we only see a couple areas in the western portion of Iowa with some severe conditions of the drought. And as we move on into our future temperature, the trend is going to be that the temperatures are warming up. As we could see on Wednesday, 3:30 p.m., we got a range all the way at the western. We got 85 Sioux City, 81 in Ames, and all the way in the southeastern part, 77 in Burlington. So as you can see, these temperatures are going to be staying high during the week. As we go forward into our future cast, we could see at the beginning that there is not a lot of action going on here in Iowa. But as we move through, we might see a little bit of precipitation. But as we move past Wednesday, continuing at the end of the week, there is really not going to be a lot. All that's going to be dissipating out. So there might be a likelihood of some spotty raining, but not a lot there. As we look forward into our skycast, we're going to be seeing a lot of clear skies tonight. 46 degrees, calm, perfect night to take a walk across campus and just take a break from all your studying. If we look tomorrow, that we will have the skycast is going to be all sunshine. A little bit windy with about 8 miles per hour come from the southwest due to that high pressure system. 86 degrees, but again, perfect day to walk to classes. Make sure you spend some time outside tomorrow. And as we look into the weekend forecast, we're going to see during the day, you're going to have 75 degrees, partly cloudy, but mostly sunny during that time. And as we move into the afternoon, 44 degrees at night. Not too chilly, perfect time to go out and have some fun with some friends. If you're not going to the game and you're staying in Ames, make sure you get out, have some fun, enjoy the nice weather. The weekend ahead, as I said earlier, during the week, we're going to be having these 86 to 85 degree temperature days. That's going to be close to the record days. I think Wednesday and Thursday, the record's 86, 88, so that's going to be close to the record. And as we go through to the weekend, we're going to get some cooler temperatures. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, 61 to 57. That's going to be the below average part of our forecast, but most of the forecast is all going to be dry. So that's all from that Iowa forecast. What do you guys think about that?
Honestly, really excited for the weekend.
So am I.
Yeah, I gotta say, me too.
I'm also excited for those 70s. As someone who loves warm weather, I think we've had too much recently.
It's definitely gonna be nice considering it is October now.
Yep.
And then we need that break from the blazing
Love the
heat.
fall.
We're so above average for this time of year, and it kind of irks me.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Matthew, for that forecast. Now let's review tonight's trivia question. What has been the lowest pressure recorded so far in Hurricane Milton? Is it A, 893 millibars, B, 895 millibars, C, 897 millibars, or D, 899 millibars? What do you guys think?
See, I have been following Milton, so I think I already know the answer to this one. But I'm just going to be off track and do A.
I think I would have to agree with you. All those answers are pretty close, but A sounds the most correct to me.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with D. Just seems correct.
All right.
And the answer is C, 897 millibars. At peak intensity, this strong storm has already become the 5th most intense hurricane in the Atlantic Ocean on record. And we're hoping for the best for those that are caught in the path.
Yeah, I'm honestly pretty terrified, especially for Tampa.
Yeah, exactly.
They're so vulnerable, especially with the topography and especially with that storm surge. They're supposed to get
Yeah,
up to 12
exactly.
feet. It's
Absolutely.
pretty concerning.
Making sure we contact all family members, making sure those people get out, get to safety. Hope the best for everyone, absolutely.
Yeah, definitely. Well, that concludes tonight's show. Please be sure to follow us on Twitter, and you can find all of our shows on YouTube under our Size Eyes channel. Thank you for joining us, and have a wonderful night.
Yes!
Hurricane Hilton.
Hurricane Hilton!
As soon as they said it in the back, I knew I was
Gotta
close.
represent